Hi friends, welcome back. Today I have a story time with evidence. So before we get into my portion of the story, I need to give a little bit of history about this hospital. Also, can you see Quincy? I've got a dog here, I've got a dog there. Got a dog there. So if you hear dog sounds and licking and it's because I'm surrounded by dogs. You might want to get used to it because I have 3 and I'm watching another one. So I have 4 dogs with me right now. I used to live in BC and I was pretty close to Coquitlam, and I would visit the Riverview Hospital quite often. And I grew a very good relationship with it, I would like to say. I just respected it a lot, and I really took in the beauty, and it's beautiful. The buildings are crazy that they're still there. But as a witch, and someone who does death work and like spirit work and all that, I really liked going there. It was so peaceful and lovely. So a little bit about the history. There is a crap ton of information out there if you want more in depth. I wanted to make like a documentary, like a little video on the history and on the actual like a full-on video of the history of this place, but I just can't because there's so much to share, and I fear I will leave things out and then I'll rewatch it and hate it. And people who have posted stuff did a really good job, so you can watch those, listen to the podcasts. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but I'm just going to do brief history. So there was a hospital in New Westminster in 1878 called Woodlands, and it overcrowded. Actually, there was one in Victoria. It overcrowded, so then they made the Woodlands. It overcrowded, so then they made the Riverview Hospital, and this is like an asylum, like a mental institution. As it does, the Riverview also overcrowded, and I thought it was kind of interesting to find out because I did a shit ton of research like way back, and it's interesting that when Riverview shut down, they kind of were like, we're closing, bye, fend for yourself. So a lot of the patients ended up on Hastings in Vancouver. And if you don't know what Hastings is, it's a street in Vancouver that is full of homeless people, drug addicts, sex workers, and it's really sad to see, to be honest. I've walked down there before, driven down there. Like it's really interesting to see. It's kind of like Skid Row in, I think it's LA. Anyways, it opened in 1913, and there's a lot of history with this hospital. There's a lot with the other ones too. Like there's so much information on those too, so if you want, look into those. It gets kind of wild, but there's a lot of history. It's not very good. Not great things happened there. But there was one thing that actually was kind of nice. They believed that being out in nature and doing kind of laborious activities like gardening, like farming, working with like the cattle and stuff like that was very healing to their mental illnesses. So they did have a farm at one point. I can't remember what it's called, the Colonel Farm, something like that. But they also had a nursery and a botanical garden and a arboretum. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Oops. But they gardened and they did a lot of planting. The whole land, it's like a large piece of land. It has so many trees. There's actually what is it called? The Riverview Horticulture Center Society. horticulture. Am I saying that right? I also think I'm pronouncing that wrong. You know, it's fine. But they hold tree tours, and I went on one last October. It was the last one of 2025, and it like just happened to be on a weekend that I had off, and I was like, I need something to do, so I looked it up and was like, hey, I'm gonna go to this. So me and Quincy actually went, and it was really fascinating, to be honest, like learning about all these different trees and like where they came from and where they like originate, how long it's been there. Like it was just really cool information. And it's just kind of neat to think too that like patients could have planted some of them, and then like people who, are you okay? People who like built the hospital could have planted some, like just people from like way back, like the 1800s, like late 1800s, early 1900s could have planted them, and patients could have planted them. Like it's just kind of a neat piece of history to think back on, and I think that part is really beautiful because nature is healing. It does help mental health, especially in BC. That part of BC, like it doesn't get very cold, it doesn't really snow, you don't get a lot of like seasonal depression. Like you still do, of course, but different than say like Alberta or the Yukon or, you know, like colder places. But anyways, so that's like a little bit of history, so you kind of get a bit of knowledge for kind of what I'm going to talk about now. Like I said, I'm a witch. I do spooky shit. I love spooky shit. I go and hang out with the dead, with haunted places, with beautiful scenery, talk to spirits. Always have done that, even before I realized I wanted to do the witchy path. I think I found out about this hospital like a few years before I even moved to BC, so it was like kind of a big thing that I really wanted to go check out. And it's been used in a bunch of different movies, like Grave Encounters, The X-Files, what else? Oh, Deadpool. There's some other ones, but it's a really popular place because it's so beautiful. So I'd go there just for fun if I wanted to get out of the house, which is what this video came from. So I was going through some of my photos I took, some of my videos I took, and I wanted to piece together like a little witchy video, like an introduction to me, or like just go through some videos of me at a spooky place, you know? And I come across this video of me. I will play it for you. There were a family of squirrels in a tree over there. I came to put my offerings here. I put them in this little area. Hopefully no one takes them. I could put them like maybe I should move them. If I put them maybe in this corner. There. I put them right there. I just don't want anyone to take them because there's $2. There is $2 there. Anyways. If you can hear near the end, it sounds like someone is saying hello. I did not hear that. I did feel like I sensed something there, but like I kind of got into my head a little bit about it because I was like, it's late evening, like, you know, obviously something is going to be there. I always know something's there, but like I think I was just more focused on the building itself than I was of like doing ghost things, because like I don't really go ghost investigating. I don't go ghost hunting really. Like I kind of just know when they're there. Like I'll chat with them if they want to chat, or like, you know, my moral of the story here is I was not ghost hunting. I left an offering because I wanted to grow a better relationship with the spirits here, with like the land spirits, the nature spirits, the actual patient spirits, like the people spirits, you know. So I left an offering. And right after I left this offering, I wanted to show like the door. I wanted to show some of the graffiti. I wanted to show some of the pillars, the stonework. Like I just wanted to capture it. And with doing that, you can clearly hear what I believe is a lady saying hello. And I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel like anything malicious or whatever, like it, you know, but it's just like kind of crazy to me that I caught that like right after I left an offering. So I thought that was kind of wild. Now that I live in Alberta, I wish I could go back and leave another offering or ask if they wanted to communicate or like what. But I think that's a really cool piece of evidence. And to think that like I was not ghost hunting. I was not like, I was respecting the land. I was leaving an offering. I was capturing this basically for myself. Like I honestly didn't think I was gonna post it. But I don't know. And then I sent it to my mom. My mom's like, I don't hear anything. So I'm like, okay, let me turn it up a bit more and let me cut the part of the clip. So like it's just what you hear. And so I sent it back and she's like, I heard hello. And I'm like, yeah, it's there. So anyways, so that's the first clip that I have. Now, the next one also is really weird because I was on the tree tour and I was taking a picture. So I have 3 pictures and a video. The 3 pictures, the first one, fine, nothing in it. The last one, fine, nothing in it. The one in between those two, there is like a mist. And I want to say, to get this out of the way, that the people I was with on this tour were like older people, were like people who like hiked, or like nature people. They were all nature people. There was no teenagers, there was no like people smoking, there was no vaping. Like that would have been so disrespectful to me, in my opinion, because you're on a nature walk, you're like learning about the trees, and like that hurts the trees because it's in the air, and you know. So no one was vaping. None of that was happening. It also was not cold enough to see your breath. But also, if it was, you would have seen it in the first photo and the last photo, because they were taken, because I like just clicked. And then I took a video of these trees following the pictures. There is no mist. There's nothing. So I definitely think I caught something there too. It was raining, because you can kind of see like the little smudgy droplets, but like if that was a droplet, why isn't it in the first and the last photo? You know? Oh. I just really wanted to yap about those because I haven't personally caught any kind of like ghost hunting. I haven't caught any kind of like ghost activity on any of my things before that like clearly I can hear or see something that is spooky. that is paranormal, that is whatever. So please let me know your thoughts. I mean, maybe that was a smudge. Maybe it was a piece of rain that was falling and somehow vanished in the next few slides that were taken in like a few seconds, not even after. And then the other one, maybe for some reason it's me breathing. Maybe it's like I can't really think of an explanation for what I caught, to be honest, because like you can, in the video, you can hear birds chirping, you can hear the squirrels, you can hear the cars, you can hear like life going on around, but there's a whisper. I don't know. And also, one of my friends that I used to work with when I lived in BC, she worked on a movie set, TV set, like a film crew. And she had to go in there to help film a scene, or like prep a scene or something like that. And she went with her coworker. Her coworker immediately felt so sad. I think she felt so ill, like she felt just absolutely awful. She had to get out of there. She went to a tree and I think she like broke down, or she panicked, or something crazy happened. And I remember like my friend was like, well, like it's so creepy in there, like there's definitely something going on. And there's so many stories like that, but just having like the stories and then having someone I know actually have a close experience with something like that, like it's just wild. If I ever go back, I'm definitely going to try and communicate with this spirit that talked to me. But yeah, I just wanted to yap about that. I love spooky things. That's all, because I could ramble on for forever, because I've had like 4 coffees and I probably should stop, but I love them. But that is it for this video. I just wanted to yap about these spooky things because I like just came across them and I'm like, I need to yap about that because that's crazy. Thank you for watching. Thanks for chilling with me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.